Well, hi, this is Sue, the Soggy Stamper, coming to you on a Friday afternoon with a Facebook Live. I have a very exciting card to share with you on how to make. I'm using old designer series paper from last year and an old set of dies. The paper is the Magic in the Night designer series paper. I did not order any Halloween paper this year, and so I'm having to use what I have on hand, which is a good idea to use up anyway. And then I am using this set of dies. This was Halloween Magic dies that goes along with the whole suite of cardstock or designer series paper, stamp set, and dies. So I'm using this to cut out some bats. And I am using, this is the Word Wishes. Yeah, Word Wishes dies. And I'm using the Halloween and the Happy for that. This is a very cool set to have on hand. It's still current. And it has all the major holidays with the dies. And then finally, I have used this the Stitch So Sweetly dies, one of my favorite sets, and I'm using this die right here to cut out the greeting. So that is the mechanical stuff of it. We have an 8.5 by 5.5 piece of basic black cardstock for the cardstock base. I have two pieces that are 5.25 by 4 of the designer series paper, which will go on the inside of the card. And then I have a piece that's 4 inches by 3 inches that goes on the card front. The other side of the designer series paper has bats on it, and I have cut out by hand, fussy cut, 3 of those bats. And I am using the very fun Clever Cats stamp set. Okay, stamp set, front and center. And I'm going to be using this image, this one, and this little teeny tiny cat head will be popping out of the pumpkin. And I have stamped those with Memento ink onto white cardstock, and then I have fussy cut them out to save time. And this is the pumpkin with the little cat in there. Hi Linda, how are you today? Hi Vicki, glad to have you watching. So I promised I would show you the magic that's inside this card. And this is what really attracted me to it. When you open the card, look at that. You get these animals on platforms. I just absolutely love this. The mechanics are a little bit tricky, but not all that hard. So let's get started on the card itself. So fold the card base in half. And this is the 4 by 3 inch piece of designer series paper. I am looking for my adhesive. Put that down there, and then I'm going to put down the bats up above. And these little mini glue dots, these are really mini compared to the ones that come in a roll. These come with the paper pumpkin kits. And they are perfect for small projects. Particularly for putting on bows, because oftentimes the bow knot is smaller than the bigger glue dot. So these work very nicely for that. The only issue is getting the paper off them. Come on. Even with the pokey tool, they like to stick pretty well. So I'm going to put him there. And paper pumpkin stamping always with the paper pumpkin kits gives you plenty of extra glue dots, so there you have lots left over. Okay, and then I die cut the Happy Halloween, and this time I remembered to put our sticky sheet behind before I cut, so they would not have to put little dots of glue all over. When I made the sample card, I had to use the multi-purpose liquid glue, and boy did I have sticky everywhere. And it drives me crazy when I get that glue on my fingers, because it does not want to come off. Pretty much have to just rub it off. And there, our card front is done. Now for the fancy stuff on the inside. Okay, so I got the directions from Mitosu Crafts. I'm not quite sure how you pronounce that. It's a couple that of men that do some really wonderful card things. And they printed out and shared this ledge pop-up card, and these are the mechanisms for the pop-up, even to the point of giving directions as to cutting and scoring measurements. So I pre-cut the strips, and I've done a little bit of the scoring, but not all of it. Yeah, this is right. There's a certain way that I use my score thing, my scoring and cutting board, and I like to have it. Okay, so there's 3 different sizes. The first one is the bottom ledge. Let me show you in the card. You see the bottom ledge is wider. Can you see that? Then this ledge is a little bit narrower, and the top ledge is only a ½ an inch. So we'll start with the bottom ledge. And it says to mark on the top at 1 inch and at 2 inches, and then you score from there to there. And the way I scored this was, my marks are on this side. The first one, I put the strip, the corner, right down in to the wedge here between the 2 sides, and then lined up my pencil mark, or my pen mark, as it is in this case, and then I scored. And then you turn it and center those 2 dots in the groove. Like that, and you score again. And I like using it, doing that. I kind of would like to have one of these that's only about half as long, because it's so convenient. I do have the scoreboard, but it's really quite long and big, and so I like to use that. So at any rate, then you fold fold it this way and this way. So you've got 2 mountain folds, and it's going to go into the card like this. This side is going to go right up against the fold of the card, and it folds over, and so you make sure it's tight like that. Okay, so there's that. But before we go much further, I'm going to go ahead and put the decorative paper on the inside. You can see all the bats on the other side. It's kind of a cool design too, but I wanted our cats to show up well. I'm going to turn on a light or two, because I can't see what I'm doing. I'm not sure you can see very well either. Daylight is wonderful, but you have to be fairly close to the windows to be able to see that. Much better. See if I can get these matched up about right in height. Yeah, it'll be close enough. Okay, so we've got that done. Let's go on back to the platforms. So this is the largest one, and it will use the 3 3/4 by 1 inch. So this is 3 3/4 by 1 inch. And we're going to score it. First at 3/8. By the way, you see I have some sticky here, and that's by design, so that when you're trying to trim, like for instance a narrow thing like this, and you want to cut some of it off, and you get it all lined up, and you're nice and straight, and then you go to put it down, there's no way you can hold it while you get the pressure down. So I put a little bit of seal there, and then that helps to hold. I can press it down and it'll stay put, and you can still pull it up. Okay, so back to my thing. Got a little digression there. 1 3/8. Then 2 3/8. And 3 3/8. And then you fold it up, all mountain folds, like that. And that makes a little box that's going to go on our platform to hold our cat. See how the box is there? That's the first one. The next one is 4 1/2 by 3/4. So that's this one, 3/4. Yeah, 3/4 by 4 1/2. And it's been marked. I've marked it at 3/4 and 1 1/2, and have scored it like I showed you to make that. Okay, so now the strip for that is, the box for it is 3 1/2 by 3/4. So there's the 3 1/2, and it's 3/4 wide. And we score it at, again, 3/8. Then at 1 3/8 again. Guess what I just did? Got the wrong one. Ack! Maybe it'll still work. 1 3/8. That was a deep score. And I'm going to put a little bit of Scotch tape on there to hold it in place. Rather than go and cut another strip, I'm just going to tape it shut. There. Okay, so that was 1 3/8. Next one is 2 1/8. And 3 1/8. And that will make a box. Like that. And that one goes with the next. Okay, so the last one, this is the top ledge, and the strip is 4 1/4 by 1/2 inch. And I've made a mark here at 1/2 inch and at 1 inch on the bottom. So I'm going to put it, I didn't pre-score this one. Put the corner in, line up the dot, and score. Then I'm going to turn it and line up the 2 dots. And don't slip. Accuracy is fairly important. Like that. Okay, so you fold it, and you fold it. And then the support strip is at 3/8. At 7/8. At 1 3/8. Oop. And 1 7/8. This is the little short guy. Okay, and then you should, with the bone folder, score each one, burnish the folds. So that they're good and sharp. Okay, so this one will go in down here at the bottom, like that. The middle one will go on the opposite side. Of the fold. Okay. I think I have to fold it the opposite direction. So it goes like this. So one goes like that, one goes like that, and this one goes like this over here. So on my sample card, I put the cat, the first cat, about over here. So I'm going to start putting the box on. So put a little bit of glue, liquid glue on it. And position it on top of your platform. Like that. And then you put some on the other small flap. Fold it down and put it like that and press good. And there you have your box. And the cap's going to be sitting on the box. This cap will be on the box like that, sitting on there. Okay, so the other next one, this next bigger one, and I put him pretty much in the middle of the strip. So put some glue on there. Make sure the edge is lined and straight. Shouldn't be doing it on the card, because I'm likely to get glue on the card. Then you fold it down. There's your next box. Okay, you do the same thing with the third one. There we go. Okay, so now it's time to put these into place. I'm going to put glue on this triangle. And you line it up. This edge, it goes along the fold, but not into the fold, because you still want it to be able to fold. So it goes like that, and it's going to go across, and check, make sure it's straight. When it's flat like that. Okay, now the trick is going to be, you want your top character to not stick above the card when it's folded shut. And when it's folded shut, it's going to be, let's see, it's going to be like this. It's going to be up like that. Looks like I need to redo my fold. So it's going to be up like this. And your pumpkin is going to be sitting. Okay, is that right? Pumpkin's going to be sitting like that. So when you fold it up, like this, pumpkin's going to be on this side. And you want to make sure that he's going to be able to fit in. And that looks like it'll be a good place for it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to glue that down. Turn over and make sure it gets straight. Okay. And that one's down. Now we put in the third one. And he's going to be here in the middle on this side. Lined up against the opposite side, like that. Okay, so now we need to get it so that they, when they close up, they go like this, and they all flatten down. See how that's working? So we'll start with the bottom one. Get that one out of the way. It is not straight now. Okay, it'll be all right. So this is the side that when you fold it over, is going to be glued to here. I do not like the orange. Is that really going to be straight? Yeah, looks like it is. Before I do that, I don't want these white corners to show. And so I colored them with Cajun Craze alcohol marker so that they wouldn't be quite so obvious. And when I was first designing the card, I thought about using Cajun Craze for the shelves, for the platforms, but I didn't. But I debated about it and thought the white would be better. But on hindsight, retrospect, I think if I make it again, I would make it out of Cajun Craze, the strips. Okay, so this one. And then this one here. Okay, back to putting, I don't think I had a very smooth fold there. Anyway, glue is going to go on this section. So that when the card folds up, let's see, gotta get this down below. So when you open the card, it stands up like that, and that is not straight at all. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so this one, the glue will be on this back side here. Did not do this in a very good sequence. Oh, I put it on the wrong side. Well, let me put my cat on there. There, pussycat. Needs to fold that direction, not down. And then you fold the card over, and this one has to go underneath so that you don't glue it to the one above it. There we go. And then the final one goes up like this. And you put glue on that section. Close it up again, and everything has to go underneath. Oh, come on. There. So it closes up. And then it opens. I think this is so cool. Okay, so now we can finish embellishing them. A little cockeyed, a little bit crooked. But what the heck? I meant it to be that way. It's still cute. And the pumpkin comes up here. And if I measured correctly, he will not poke out the top of the card. Get him up on the shelf. There. Okay, so it closes up. Great. And they open up. Okay, so now to adorn it a little bit, I have some little black bats to put on the inside. I'm through with the glue, thank heavens. I didn't get it all over my fingers this time. I'm going to use these mini glue dots again. And because there's enough thickness already, I'm going to put the greeting, which says, "Have a perfect Halloween." I'm going to put that right down here with a little bit of Stampin' Seal. You could probably, no, I don't think I would want to put it on dimensionals because that would mess up the mechanism. Okay, so a few little dots here for bats. These were cut out from the die. This one from the Magic of the Night, which had 3 little bats all on one die. Let's stick one flying off there. This afternoon, with Sudsall at 7 o'clock Eastern Time, we're going to have a paper pumpkin party. And we're going to, some of us will open up for the first time our September paper pumpkin kit. Mine is still in the shrink wrap because I haven't had a chance to do it. I started being on TikTok. And I've been quite busy making little short videos for TikTok. It's a lot of fun. Not a whole lot, most of the time, not a whole lot of time investment. And there we have it. A wonderful Fun Fold Halloween card. Have a perfect Halloween. The other stamp sets in this kit, the other stamps in this stamp set, okay, what did I do with it? Have some really cute things. Says, really, I've been this cute all 9 lives. And one of the things that I thought I would do with this is to get a picture of one of the grandbabies and do a scrapbook page with that saying and maybe the cats around, because that's just, to me, I've been this cute all 9 lives. I think it's perfect. All you can do with this, you could put this cat on a broomstick. You could put, this is so you can stamp, looks like it's so you can stamp the box. But this little tab there, I'm not quite sure why. At any rate, so you can stamp the box. I love the cat with his eyes just poking above. He could be poking above there, or he could be poking above the other cat even. Anyway, there's a lot of opportunities for this Clever Cats stamp set, which is in the fall mini catalog. So that is it. If you have any questions, you can email me, sue@soggystamper.com. My blog is www.soggystamper.com. And since this is copyrighted, I'm not going to try to reproduce all of this because he's done such a great job. But I will put the link to his video so that you can watch and see how he put it together. It's a lot longer because they spent a bunch of chit-chat. But anyway, I'll put the link to his site so you can see the video, and to his blog for the directions. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll talk to you again next Friday afternoon at 3 o'clock. Oh, and go check out my TikTok. It's at Soggy Stamper. So thanks for watching. If you have any comments, I will check them and respond back after the video's over. Okay, bye-bye.